Hello students, welcome to the second part of Acids, Bases and Salt, Chapter 2, Class 10 Chemistry. In this part we are going to study pH of salts and chemicals from common salt. In the first video we have studied what is an acid, what is a base, what are the properties of acids and bases, theories of acids and bases like Bronsted-Lowry theory and Arrhenius theory, and reactions of acids and bases. In this video, we will study these 2 points, pH of salt and chemicals from common salt. pH of salt. In the last video, we studied pH of acid. Acids have pH less than 7. Bases have pH more than 7. And if something is neutral, means it has pH equal to 7. Here we are going to see that some of the salts have pH has less than 7, some of the salts have pH equal to 7, and some of the salts have pH more than 7. What does it mean? Why the salts have different pH? Salts of a strong acid and weak base have pH less than 7. Salts show the property of substance in terms of pH, which is stronger. Means if acid is stronger, if a salt is made from strong acid and weak base, the pH will be towards acid side, means less than 7. If a salt is made of weak acid and strong base, pH will be more than 7, means pH is towards the base side, means more than 7. If a salt is made from strong acid and strong base, they are equally strong and acids and base, then pH is equal to 7. Here we can see this salt, ammonium chloride, is made from ammonia and hydrochloric acid. Ammonia and hydrochloric acid. Hydrochloric acid is strong acid, so pH of the salt made is less than 7. I said pH is towards the substance which is strong in the salt. Means this salt is made up of a strong acid and weak base, so the pH of the salt is toward the acid side, means it is less than 7. If pH is equal to 7, means the salt is made up of a strong acid and a strong base. Sodium chloride is a very good example. It is made up of HCl, strong acid, and sodium hydroxide, strong base. So a strong acid and a strong base makes sodium chloride. So the pH is equal to 7, neither toward the acid side nor toward the base side. pH more than 7. If salt is made up of a strong base and weak acid, then the pH will be towards the base side, means more than 7. Sodium acetate means it is made up of acetic acid, CH3COOH, and sodium is there, means it has come from sodium hydroxide. It is from a strong base, so it may be sodium hydroxide. A strong base, weak acid, so the salt made will be sodium acetate, and this salt will have pH toward the base side, means more than 7, because base is the stronger one. So I hope you all understand. It is very easy, not at all difficult. pH less than 7. When pH is less than 7? When the salt is made up of strong acid and weak base. pH is equal to 7. When the salt is made up of strong acid and strong base. pH is more than 7 when salt is made up of strong base and weak acid. Next topic is chemicals from common salt. What are the chemicals made from common salt? We need to study in this class. First of all, we are going to study chlor-alkali process. What is this chlor-alkali process? During chlor-alkali process, electrolysis of brine is done. Brine is electrolyzed. Electrolysis means breaking down of a compound, ionic compound, by using electricity, by passing electricity through the molten salt or aqueous solution of the salt. What is brine? Brine is concentrated solution of sodium chloride. So we take sodium chloride solution concentrated and we electrolyze it. During the process, different products are formed like chlorine and sodium hydroxide. So because of chlorine we call it chlor, and because of sodium hydroxide it is known as alkali. So the process is known as chlor-alkali process, because in this process chlorine and sodium hydroxide are produced. Hydrogen gas is also produced in this electrolysis process. In this electrolysis process, where brine is electrolyzed, means concentrated aqueous solution of sodium chloride is electrolyzed, then three products are formed. Here three products are formed. We can see here three products already mentioned. Number one, chlorine. Number two, hydrogen. These two are produced in the form of gas. And number three, sodium hydroxide. Sodium hydroxide. It remains in the electrolytic cell in the form of aqueous solution. Now, when we do the electrolysis of brine, means concentrated solution of sodium chloride, what is formed at the anode and what is formed at the cathode? When we do electrolysis, one electrode is known as anode and the other electrode is known as cathode. On the anode, means anode is positive, this positive one is known as anode, negative one is known as cathode. What is formed at positive electrode and what is formed at the negative electrode, we need to know. We must know this. At anode, chlorine is formed, chlorine gas is formed, because chlorine gas is, chloride ion is negatively charged. So when chloride ion is negatively charged, it goes towards the anode, releases electron and changes to chlorine. So it will release 2 electrons because Cl2 is formed. So we take 2 chloride ion and 2 electrons released. Cl2 is formed at the anode. At cathode, hydrogen gas is formed. Hydrogen ion will take electron to form hydrogen gas. So hydrogen ion takes electron, changes to hydrogen. 2 hydrogen ion takes 2 electron and forms H2 gas. So Cl2 gas and hydrogen gas are formed. The final equation is given here. NaCl, 2NaCl, 2H2O. When it is electrolyzed, the aqueous solution of sodium chloride and water, sodium hydroxide, chlorine gas and hydrogen gas are formed. Sodium ion and hydrogen ion. At anode, chlorine is formed. At cathode, hydrogen gas is formed. Sodium ion and hydroxide ion are left in the solution. Here at the positive, chlorine is formed, and at the negative, hydrogen gas is formed. And you can see here hydrogen gas going out through this side and chlorine gas escapes through this side. And in the solution, there it remains sodium ion and OH ion. These two join together to form sodium hydroxide. It is taken out from the electrolytic cell. So three products are formed: hydrogen, chlorine and sodium hydroxide by the electrolysis of brine. Use of the products of chlor-alkali process. Three products which are formed here. Students, you need to learn it. You need to learn the uses. You need to learn the use of all these three products formed during the chlor-alkali process. Means during the electrolysis of brine. We have already seen that in the last reaction we got chlorine, hydrogen gas and sodium hydroxide solution. What are the use of chlorine, hydrogen and sodium hydroxide you need to learn. Chlorine is used in making plastic, PVC plastic, that we use in making chairs and molded items. PVC plastic pipes also are made. Solvents for degreasing and dry cleaning. We use it as a solvent for degreasing and dry cleaning. Medical drugs are made by using chlorine. Weed killer and pesticide. Chlorine is also used in making weed killer and pesticide, in making paints and dye stuff. Bleaches, it is also used as a sterilizing agent to kill bacteria in water. These are the important uses of chlorine given here. You need to learn. Hydrogen is used in making nylon. It is also used in making ammonia, which is very important compound which is used in making fertilizers. To harden vegetable oil to make margarine. When margarine is made from vegetable oil, we need to saturate the oil by using hydrogen, by adding hydrogen to it. So hydrogen is used in making margarine from vegetable oil as a fuel in hydrogen fuel cells. Hydrogen is also a very good fuel, very clean fuel, and we also use it in a fuel cell where electricity is generated by the reaction of hydrogen and oxygen. Sodium hydroxide. Use of sodium hydroxide, soaps and detergents, in making soaps and detergents. Viscose, rayon and other textile making. Paper industry, in ceramics, in dyes industry, all these are the uses of sodium hydroxide. It means that the three products which are formed are very important industrially. So you need to learn all the uses. Bleaching powder. One of the compound which is made from sodium chloride is bleaching powder. You can see here we are using chlorine. Bleaching powder is produced by the reaction of chlorine with dry slag lime. Slag lime is calcium hydroxide. When calcium hydroxide reacts with chlorine, it forms CaOCl2. This is the formula of bleaching powder, CaOCl2, and water is also produced. The reaction is important for you to learn. You must know how to write the chemical equation for the production of bleaching powder. Uses of bleaching powder. What are the uses of bleaching powder? As a bleach in textile industry, as a bleach in paper industry. Bleach means to remove the color. To sterilize drinking water, we also use it to sterilize drinking water. Bleaching powder is used as an oxidizing agent in chemical industries. In many chemical industries, we use it as an oxidizing agent. So this, in case of all these substances, what we are studying now, like bleaching powder, we need to know how it is produced and what are the uses of the substance. So bleaching powder is made by this reaction, and these are the uses. You again need to learn the uses. Baking soda. Name of the compound, as I said, name of the compound you have to know, plus formula of the compound, chemical reaction, chemical equation, how they are made, and what are their uses. Baking soda, actually sodium hydrogen carbonate, it is a chemical compound, chemical name. Baking soda is sodium hydrogen carbonate. Its formula is NaSCO3. How do we make this NaSCO3, sodium hydrogen carbonate? It is made with this reaction, sodium chloride plus ammonia, carbon dioxide and water. It is prepared by passing carbon dioxide through a concentrated solution of sodium chloride and ammonia. It is a concentrated solution of sodium chloride and ammonia through which we pass carbon dioxide gas. It produces NaSCO3, baking soda, and ammonium chloride. This baking soda is used in making many different things that we are going to study now. When NaSCO3 is heated during the process of cooking, carbon dioxide is produced. If we use this NaSCO3 in cooking process, means in making some dish, what happens when it is heated? It releases carbon dioxide gas. When sodium hydrogen carbonate is heated, the compound decomposes in sodium carbonate, water, and carbon dioxide. This carbon dioxide gas makes the substance Suppose you are making some like biscuit, cake, other things. It makes it soft and spongy. So this carbon dioxide gas is filled up. It makes space inside the dough and it makes it spongy. Uses of baking soda. What are the use of baking soda? Where do we use this baking soda? Number one, for making baking powder. What is the difference between baking soda and baking powder? Baking soda is NaSCO3 and baking powder is a weak acid, means tartaric acid, which we obtain from tamarind, we have seen it before, is added to baking soda, means sodium hydrogen carbonate. Sodium hydrogen carbonate along with one acid, weak acid, these two are mixed together. And when they are used as and then they are used as baking soda. When they are used as baking soda, we use it in making some dish. We mix water, and when these two are reacted together, then what happens? This is sodium hydrogen carbonate, baking soda, and this is acid, weak acid. When sodium hydrogen carbonate reacts with acid, you have learnt before, it makes three products: carbon dioxide, water, and a salt. This is salt of the weak acid, tartaric acid, and two other products, carbon dioxide and water. Actually, this carbon dioxide makes the dough rise. The dough rises because of this carbon dioxide gas, and then cake and other items like bread rises, become soft and spongy. As an antacid, baking soda is used as an antacid. What is an antacid? Antacid means it will cancel out the effect of acid. It works as a base. Sodium hydrogen carbonate is a base. It is used as an ingredient in antacid tablets and gels to neutralize the excess of HCl produced in our stomach. HCl, hydrochloric acid, is produced in our stomach, which gives us a burning sensation. This HCl is neutralized when we take antacid tablet and gel which contains sodium hydrogen carbonate. Sodium hydrogen carbonate, we know that it is a base. It reacts with acid to form salt, carbon dioxide, and water, and hence it is neutralized. And hence we feel relaxed when we take antacid tablets. So antacid tablets are made up of baking soda, sodium hydrogen carbonate. It is also used in soda acid fire extinguisher. What happens when we use sodium hydrogen carbonate and acid fire extinguisher? Sodium hydrogen carbonate will react with the acid, and when carbonate and sodium hydrogen carbonate react with acid, you know that three products are formed: salt, carbon dioxide, and water. The carbon dioxide, salt, water, and carbon dioxide are produced. This carbon dioxide gas which is formed it doesn't support burning, it doesn't support combustion, and it is heavier than air. Not water, it is air. So it cuts off supply of oxygen to the burning substance. Suppose something is burning here, and when we have this cover of carbon dioxide here, then oxygen gas cannot be supplied to the burning substance. Now burning substance is cut off from the oxygen in the air, oxygen of the air. So this substance which is burning here doesn't get oxygen because it is surrounded by carbon dioxide gas which is heavier. The fire puts off. This is one of the very important use of sodium hydrogen carbonate. Next one is washing soda. What is the chemical name of washing soda? Sodium carbonate decahydrate. Sodium carbonate Na2CO3. Deca means 10 and hydrate means water. So it is added with 10 water molecules. One sodium carbonate molecule is added with 10 water molecule. So it is known as sodium carbonate decahydrate. Deca means 10. How to prepare this sodium carbonate decahydrate washing soda? Step 1. Sodium carbonate is manufactured by the thermal decomposition of sodium hydrogen carbonate. When sodium hydrogen carbonate is heated, it produces sodium carbonate. water and carbon dioxide. And this sodium carbonate, washing soda, is obtained by rehydration of anhydrous sodium carbonate. The sodium carbonate does not contain water because it is not added to water. So this sodium hydrogen carbonate, now when water is added to it, it reacts with water and makes sodium carbonate decahydrate, which is known as washing soda. Which is known as washing soda. This washing soda is used in making detergent powder and detergent cakes, as a cleaning agent in glass, soap and paper industries, in removing permanent hardness of water. So these are the uses of it. This is a reaction by which we make it. First step, second step. In first step, sodium carbonate is manufactured by the thermal decomposition of sodium hydrogen carbonate. And second one, water is added to it to make sodium carbonate decahydrate. We need to learn all these uses. Water of crystallization. What is water of crystallization? The water necessary for the formation of the crystals and is called water of crystallization. The water that is required to make crystal out of a substance which is not in the form of crystal. Before, suppose it is copper sulfate. This copper sulfate is not in the form of crystal. It is like white powder. When water is added to it, it makes copper sulfate 5H2O, blue crystalline substance. In case of copper sulfate 5H2O, the water can be removed by heating. If you are heating this copper sulfate 5H2O, then copper sulfate and 5 water molecules are produced, means water molecules are separated from copper sulfate. Now it is no more a crystal, it is white powder. Copper sulfate produced is called anhydrous copper sulfate because there is no water added to it. So when it is known as anhydrous copper sulfate. And when water is added to it, it becomes CuSO4 5H2O. Now it is known as hydrated copper sulfate. So number of water molecules to crystallize a salt vary from salt to salt. In this case, we can see that 5 water molecules are required. So it is 5 water molecule is known as water of crystallization. Here the water of crystallization is 5 moles of water. The last compound in this chapter we are going to study is plaster of Paris. Plaster of Paris is made from gypsum. Gypsum is heated at 373 Kelvin or 100 degrees Celsius. You need to remember this temperature. 373 Kelvin is equal to 100 degrees Celsius. It loses water when gypsum is heated to 100 degrees Celsius. It loses water molecule to form plaster of Paris. Plaster of Paris we also say POP. And this plaster of Paris is calcium sulfate hemihydrate, means CaSO4 half H2O. Calcium sulfate half H2O. Since it is half H2O, we call it hemihydrate. Hemi means half. Calcium sulfate hemihydrate means plaster of Paris is a white powder, and when water is added, it changes to hard gypsum once again. The reaction is calcium sulfate half water plus 1.5 water. It becomes calcium sulfate 2 water. It is gypsum. And gypsum is hard substance which remains hard for a long time. So doctors use it to immobilize the fractured bones, and other uses are in making surfaces smooth, making statues and toys. All these are easy, very easy things to learn. So I ask you to learn all these things. This is my suggestion to you. Learn all these uses, the reactions, and how it is made. Plaster of Paris is made from gypsum. At what temperature it is heated? Important point. Second thing, what is the formula of plaster of Paris? What is the formula of gypsum? All these things we need to learn. These are important for the final board examination. Hope you understand everything. Thank you.